you can't let the darkness encroach onto you, you know? If that's happening, that means that your light is dimming. It's only a byproduct of your light dimming. Remember, darkness is a no thing. So by that definition, it's powerless. That's kind of how I view it, is that if it is a no thing, it can't spread by itself independently. One of the pastors at our church, it's actually a sermon that happened like a couple weeks ago or something, but it's just always kind of, some of the parts in that sermon always kind of stuck with me for a while now. And one thing that our pastor was talking about was just like the nature of light and darkness. And so specifically, it was that darkness can't exist if there's light illuminating it, right? Like if you're in a room and there's one light source, right? The light rays are gonna spread all across into the room. And if there's any crevice or something where, you know, if there's something blocking the light, then there'll be darkness there, right? Like there'll be a shadow or something, right? The idea is that darkness is really just the absence of light. That's the idea. And that darkness itself is not actually an independent thing. He called it a no thing. Does that make sense? There's like a dependency that darkness needs in order for it to exist, because the dependency factor is whether or not light is there. Do you see what I'm saying? See, light is independent. Light is a thing, but darkness is a no thing. I just think that's really cool because, you know, as we navigate the world, and for followers of Christ, you know, we're being called to basically also be ambassadors of Christ too in some capacity. We have to be the light. We have to sometimes be the light in those areas of darkness. But if light is there, darkness cannot exist. You know, and so I guess like what I'm trying to say here is that when we're called to be righteous people, it can sometimes be very difficult. It can be very uncomfortable. But sometimes, you know, the thing is that light is needed. Sometimes the light is needed to expose the darkness. And sometimes that comes in the form of exposing certain aspects about people, or exposing a uncomfortable situation sometimes. And I think a lot of that comes with just being honest and being truthful. I think those are characteristics of what it means to essentially have the light, if that makes any sense, and those are characteristics of being righteous. It's not just talking the talk, you gotta walk the walk too. You can post all you want and go to church all you want, and I'm not trying to knock anyone, I'm not trying to knock church or anything, but just don't let it be a thing where, you know, don't ever let it be a thing of just going through the motions. You know, like actually, what would Jesus do? Is really, you know, I should get that I should get like a little merch, get a little merch thing. What would Jesus do? Give myself a little, one of those dad hats, or like some snapback or something. Get the tank tops or something, you know what I mean? Sometimes, yeah, there's a lot of darkness in the world, man. There's a lot of dark aspects in the world. There's dark aspects about people. There's dark aspects about me. No one is perfect, you know, and that's the thing, is that we're all sinners, right? And so it's no one's perfect, and it's just one of those things. Is like, you know, as long as you get closer and closer to Christ, then all we can really do is just approach that limit of being closer, of being like Jesus. But honestly, a lot of us are still going to fall short, and a lot of us are not really going to ever be like him in 100% capacity, you know? Yeah, the main idea of the video was just, talking about light and darkness, and how we have to be ambassadors of Christ and to be the light. And and that's the thing about, and the other thing too about light is that, you know, I kind of think of it like candles. Sometimes other people's flames are more dim than yours. Sometimes other people's flames are going to be brighter than yours. And so I think it's a responsibility, that we can brighten the flame for other people that are dimmer, or that we can receive the light from people that are burning brighter than us. You know, and I think that's just really important. It really is spiritual warfare. But yeah, man, I feel it, man. If you're going through it, trust me, bro, like I've been there. I too am also kind of going through a bit of a stressful season right now, and the hope is still there though. I'm not ever going to give up. I'm stubborn in that regard. I'm stubborn in my faith. I will always come back to Christ. And you can't let the darkness encroach onto you, you know? If that's happening, that means that your light is dimming. It's only a byproduct of your light dimming. Remember, darkness is a no thing. So by that definition, it's powerless. That's kind of how I view it, is that if it is a no thing, it can't spread by itself independently. It's only dependent on whether your brightness is at a certain, I guess, like luminosity. That's pretty much the whole video. And we just want to talk about light and darkness. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.